Welcome back, everybody, to the long-awaited return of New Fantasyland, the series where I rebuild Fantasyland at the Magic Kingdom in a more current and enjoyable section of the park for everyone. Last episode, if you missed it, we changed Small World into a Tangled-themed dark ride, as well as adding a meet and greet for Rapunzel and Eugene over next to the Tangled bathrooms. The link to that video will be in the description, so go check that out if you haven't already. And in today's episode, we will be talking about Pinocchio's village house. Get all of that after the intro. Hello everybody, it's Michael from Hallowed Thrills, and before we get into today's video, make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notification turned on to get notified whenever I post a video, whether it be Disney or Universal. And also make sure, if you have not already, check out my social media links. Both those will be in the description for my Twitter and my Instagram. Both of them are at Hallowed Thrills. And finally, if you have not already checked out the Hallowed Thrills merchandise over on my TeePublic, I would go over and do that as the Black Friday sales are coming up this week. So you can go over and check that out, get you some really nice t-shirts. And yeah, with all that out of the way, now let's get on to today's topic. So in today's video, like I said, we will be talking about Pinocchio's village house, which is a quick service restaurant in Fantasyland, right in the main hub, right next to the Cinderella's carousel, the Prince Charming carousel, and right next to Small World. Now, I believe this spot could be utilized for something that fits the theme a little bit better. I know Pinocchio is fantasy, but where we're going for this rebuild is we're going more princess-centric. So what could be put in there to replace Pinocchio? Well, I think that we could move Cinderella out of the fairy tale hall and use that space and give her a fully themed meet and greet area. Now, you could have multiple characters in this meet and greet area, such as Lady Tremaine and the stepsisters. They would have their own area, which I think would fit perfectly into this part of the restaurant. Right here, as you can see, there's a big spread out area that you could definitely theme to, whether it be the stepsisters' bedrooms, or, you know, have the piano where they could practice their singing. Just gives the characters some props to just make this a really enjoyable experience between guests and the characters, and just make it just a truly amazing experience. And I just think it would work perfectly. But also, this honestly just gives the guests a year-round villain meet and greet that they have definitely been craving ever since they did the whole villain event that they kind of rolled out the past couple years. So I just think that would be a perfect section for a small meet and greet within the bigger scheme of this big meet and greet. As far as decorating the rest of the space, I believe that Disney could definitely take some inspiration once again from Tokyo Disney, from their fairy tale hall that they have for Cinderella. For her meet and greet over there, it's a beautifully themed area. You would have the main seating area of the restaurant, as you can see right here, just a big wide open high ceilinged area. You could transform this into the ballroom scene from the film, where overlooking and speaking to guests as they walk into the meet and greet area. You would have the king and the Grand Duke. You would just have costumed characters talking to people, and you wouldn't actually be able to meet them personally, like face to face, and get pictures and autographs, but they would be there to kind of just talk to guests, which I think would be a really nice touch. And then off to the right, you would have a beautifully themed section of the queue, which takes inspiration again from the Tokyo Disney area, which would there's a small area off to the side where you could have queues wrapping around and just have nice props from the 2015 movie, or like pictures from the original 1950 movie. Just, it'd be a really nice themed queue space leading all into the main hall, which would take over the order counter section, as well as push back the kitchen section to just give it as much space as it could possibly need. And As you can see right here, the counter space and back behind the kitchen, this is honestly, to begin with, is already a beautifully themed area just for Pinocchio, but I feel like, once again, it could be used so much better. And this would take inspiration from the Tokyo Disney Fairy Tale Hall meet and greet for Cinderella, as they have a throne room completely decorated beautifully where you would meet both Prince Charming and Cinderella, and I just really love the design of this throne room. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and the color scheme and just everything about it would be perfect for this meet and greet. The last meet and greet area after leaving the main hall with Cinderella is you would have the area that's overlooking Small World, as you can see right here. You have the windows that are that all overlook the Small World area, which would be transformed into the Rapunzel ride. But for this, as you can see, this is a live video of Small World. So in this area, you would meet the Fairy Godmother and some possibly some animatronics of Gus and JackG, which honestly I think would be really cute just to have the little mice animatronics, and you would have the Fairy Godmother face character as you would normally see her out about in Fantasyland normally. And this area could be themed to the Courtyard, where she transforms Cinderella and the carriage, all getting ready for the ball that she's going to after her dress gets absolutely destroyed. And I just think this would be a really nice themed area. You could have the ceiling like covered in like stars. It'd just be like really nice and like really nice blue tones, have like some trees on the walls. It'd just be a really nice small themed area, but still get the point across. So that's it for the interior of this meet and greet area, as well as talking about all the available meet and greets that would be inside this area. But now let's talk about the exterior. There are two options that I believe that you could have for the exterior of the meet and greet. One either being Prince Charming's castle, or the cottage that Cinderella, Lady Tremaine, and the stepsisters all live in. And based on the building that we already have, that Disney already has to work with, I think the easier option would be the cottage, as it just fits really well, and it would just be a really easy transition for them to add just a couple pieces, change the paint around, and it would just look really nice. And the last thing that I would add to the exterior would be a year-round carriage photo op. Now this would be a great thing to have outside of the meet and greet, so if you don't actually want to see the characters, you can still go and take a picture with the carriage, and just it would be just a really nice meet and greet to have. Not meet and greet, but a really nice photo op to have. So this entire area overhaul of Pinocchio's Village House would probably be one of the easier changes that Disney could make, and I believe would make a great addition, but the only issue is that you would be losing a sit-down quick service restaurant, which is unfortunate, but I believe in return you would get an extremely immersive meet and greet that is sure to get families talking and sure to bring in more families, as, like I said, it's Cinderella. Who doesn't want to meet Cinderella? Who doesn't want to meet Prince Charming? And even if you don't want to meet Cinderella, you have more options to see the Fairy Godmother, the Gus and JackG animatronics, or even if you're more of the villainous type, you can go see Lady Tremaine and the stepsisters. It's just an all-around beautifully themed area that just gives you a lot of options to meet and greet different people. But let me know what you think, and would you like to see this change come to Disney World and come to Fantasyland? Or not? Let me know in the comments. But also don't forget, while you're down there, to leave a like and let me know what you think of this entire series. It lets me know and makes sure that I continue to make these videos. But as always, I'm Michael, this is Hollow Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.